Right. Today, a live preview between the New Zealand Warriors and the North Queensland Cowboys. And joining me tonight as a special guest on the channel, and this is the second time on the channel. As you guys already know, he did join me a couple of weeks for a tipping video. And that is Nick from Australia. Welcome back to the channel. And it's going to be an interesting game this weekend. And what do you got to say before we get into?
Mate, thanks for inviting me on once again. It's much appreciated. Obviously, it's going to be a very entertaining game down there at Central Coast between the Warriors and the Cowboys. And, I just want to thank you for inviting me on once again, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming on. And well, it's going to be a very interesting game this weekend. The Cowboys, they've coming off. Actually, they found some form lately. The Cowboys are Queensland against the Canberra Raiders last week, and for my team, unfortunately, the Warriors, went down to the Melbourne Storm down there at Amy Park on Anzac Day. But going into the game, I didn't really have too many expectations. But with all the team changes, but there was a positive in the game with Reece Walsh's debut and Rocco Berry as well, both young players making their debuts for the club. So a bit of positives there despite the scoreline and the result. But
yeah,
looking forward to this weekend's game. Now, myself, I'm going to go through the Warriors and Nick from Australia is going to go through the Cowboys lineup as Cowboys. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, at fullback is Roger. On the wing, David Fusatua. He's back. Pompey is in centres with Rocco Berry. On the wing this week is Reece Walsh and Cody Nikorima. Matt Propper's Jermaine Tanoa Brown. At hookers, Wade Egan. At Propper's Kane Evans. And Josh Curran is named in the second row, but he's fighting a judiciary charge. So I'm not sure if he'll get off for that tackle. I really hope. I've got a lot of strong about that tackle, and to me, that was not a bad tackle at all. It should not be suspended, and hopefully gets off tonight. But I doubt it really much with the case of the NRL and the inconsistency. So yeah, I just he's named, so he's named in the side as it says here. And Ben Murdoch-Masila is at 12, and then Toby Harris is at 13. And then onto the bench is Jazz Tavanga, Leeson Armel, Bunty Afo, and Bailey Serena. And in the reserves is Jack Murchie, Tom Ali, and Tanua Odakalo. I think that's how you say it. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but yeah, that's the reserves. Now, what is the Cowboys line up, Nick?
Righto. So the Warriors have named a fairly good side against us on Sunday, but this is the North Queensland Cowboys team. Fullback Valentine Holmes. On the wings, Kyle Feld and Murray Talangi. In the centres, Justin O'Neill and Connolly Lemu. 5'8" Scott Drinkwater, halfback Ben Hampton. The front row of Cohen Hess and Jordan McLean. The hooker is Reece Robson. The second row is Shane Wright and Ben Condon. The lock is the returning Jason Taumalolo. And on the bench, Jake Granville, Lachlan Burr, Francis Mollo, and Corey Jensen. And in the reserves, it is Peter Holler, David Bowen, Tom Gilbert, and Jake Clifford.
Yep. So, look, I'll go through what I thought of the. I think this is a much better lineup, to be honest, from last week. I thought last week's team was, it wasn't the best lineup, but we had a lot of changes as well leading up to game day, and it wasn't easy. But overall, for the Warriors lineup's not bad. I like the switch between Reece Walsh into the halves, Roger back to fullback. I think that's you can't take Roger out of fullback as good as Walsh was on the weekend. I thought Roger's best position, is and Reece Walsh in the halves of Cody Nikorima. Very Interesting. I'm not. I've been really hypercritical of Cody Nicarima this year's performances, and yeah, he still gets another opportunity here. Though I don't think they'll ever drop him, but in my opinion, I'm not sure. But we shall see how he goes this weekend. Um, it's quite an interesting lineup now. Josh, I'm not sure. I think Josh Curran won't play. I don't think he'll play. I that's fortunately. I love to see him get off, but I don't see him getting off. Um, the bench is very strong. I like our bench with Jazz Tavanga, Lisa TFR. That's a very, very good bench. And yeah, I think Tom Ali will come out from the reserves, and I think he'll start for Josh Curran on the weekend on Sunday. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Warriors lineup. What's your thoughts on the Cowboys lineup?
Yeah, look, I think you make some good points about the Warriors. And Cody Nicarima, he has been very inconsistent at the start of the year. I agree with you there. And, I think Reece Walsh is a good young player there for the Warriors. But for the Cowboys, some of the players, not a big fan of Connolly Lamelu. Not a real big fan of him. I think he's a bit of a weak link for us. Maybe that's something that the Warriors could target. I'm not a big fan of Connolly. I think there's better options there, and Javid Bowen and Asan Masters. But Connolly Lamelu, I think he needs to play a little bit better. I'm okay with the rest of the back line. Obviously, Drinkwater's been playing really well at 5'8", but Ben Hampton at halfback, I still don't believe it's a good fit for him. I think Ben Hampton as a game managing halfback just doesn't really work. I think it's working at the moment, but in the long run, I don't see it working. I think Cohen Hess going into the front row has been a good thing, so I'm glad he's in the middle. McLean's been playing a little bit better, but I'll be surprised if he plays because he had a bit of a hamstring injury last weekend against the Raiders. He only played 20 minutes, so I'll be surprised if he plays on Sunday. Shane Wright's not a bad player, but I don't know if he's the real, I don't know if he's the back row that you want going forward. Everyone else is fine. Ben Condon's been a really good kid. Tamalolo is a massive inclusion, absolutely massive inclusion. It's like, everyone talks about Manly getting Turbo back. Getting Tamalolo back for the Cowboys is literally the same thing. So that's massive. And, you're saying about the Warriors bench before being really good. Mate, the Warriors bench is very impressive, but the Cowboys bench as well has actually been quite good. Jake Grammel's been doing a good job off the bench at dummy half, running the ball and doing his job, playing his role. Lachlan Bird's been outstanding for the Cowboys so far. And Molo and Jensen are just meter eaters. They are very, very good players. But, I don't think McLean will play. I think he'll be ruled out. So I think Francis Molo will probably start it, and they might bring Tom Gilbert back onto the bench because he is all fit, ready to go. So if there is a late inclusion, I think that will be it. But, outside of those things I talked about, I don't think there's too much of a problem with the Cowboys team. I would like to see Asan Masters get back in that side over Connolly Lamelu. I'd rather Clifford over Hampton at 7. And I want to see Tom Gilbert start over Shane Wright, and maybe Shane Wright go back to the bench. But I think the Cowboys have a good side, but it's going to be a very good game on Sunday. I think it'll be very entertaining, and I think the Cowboys are named a pretty good side, and it should be a good game, bro.
Yeah, Jason Tamalolo's a huge one for the Cowboys, big in that one. And yeah, the Warriors, I don't know how we're going to stop him because he's such a hard player to bring down.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, lineup's very, very.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Last year, I think there was a game last year where we played the Warriors, and I think Tamalolo was kept very quiet. I think it was the one game last year where the Warriors they did a great job on Tamalolo. So, the challenge for the Warriors is can their forwards step up and show that consistency? What I will say about the Warriors is Ben Murdoch-Masila has been absolutely brilliant for the Warriors this year. I said at the start of the year he was going to be a big signing for the Warriors, and he is proving that week in, week out. And I think Josh Curran's been good for the Warriors, and I think the young Reece Walsh is a really good player, but what I will say about Reece Walsh is him going to 5'8". The Cowboys will target that this weekend, so hopefully his shoulders are ready to tackle because the Cowboys will target that. But um, you know, Tamalolo coming back for us, it's a massive inclusion. It's absolutely massive. It's like Turbo back for Manly. It's huge. It's a massive in.
Yeah, it's a huge. Zero says, comment here says good luck to both your teams. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Who are your key players, to watch out for from the Warriors for the Cowboys? Like, and who's your key players? Like, who do you guys your key players for the Cowboys to watch out for from the Warriors?
Okay, so I'll name 3 from the Warriors and 3 from the Cowboys. So for the Warriors, obviously Roger Tuivasa-Sheck is a very, very hard person to stop, and a lot of players say he's one of the hardest guys to tackle. So obviously Tuivasa-Sheck's one of the key players for the Warriors. I also believe Ben Murdoch-Masila is a very good player to obviously have out there for the Warriors. So I'd say he's a very important piece for the Warriors. And obviously, he's been scoring a few tries this year, and he's been a nightmare for the defense. So I'd say Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Ben Murdoch-Masila, and if I had to throw another one in there, I'd probably go with someone like maybe Tohu Harris. He has been very, very good this year. Harris in the middle or on the edge. I think he's been playing really well in the middle. So I'll say Harris, Murdoch-Masila, and RTS. And for the Cowboys, the 3 key players for the Cowboys. Obviously, Valentine Holmes is a very important part of the Cowboys, so I'll say Holmes. I'll say Scott Drinkwater has been very good this year, and obviously Tamalolo back in the side for the Cowboys as well. So I'd have to say those 3 players there for the Cowboys.
Yeah, sounds good. For me, for the Cowboys, or Valentine Holmes, when he's on, he can be a very dangerous player. Scott Drinkwater's actually been playing all right recently. I think he's been doing a pretty decent job.
Yep.
I know he's off contract. I believe he's off contract. Is that right? Yes, he's
Yep.
off contract at the end. There's quite a few clubs that to sign him. I'm not sure what he's wanting to do there with the likes of Scott Drinkwater. Apparently, they signed Tom Dearden. Is that right, Tom Dearden?
Yep, I'll be doing a YouTube video on that after this, so stay tuned for that. But I'll give you my opinion on that one later on, but that'll be interesting.
Yeah. So, those are the players for the Warriors from the opposition point of view. Yeah, I think for the Warriors, the key players. Obviously, you've got Roger. You've got the likes of Tohu Harris is a big in for us this weekend. Actually, big in for us having Tohu Harris back in the lineup. Experience there, and be good to have him back because it's Tohu Harris is always pretty consistent, and it's great to have him back in the lineup. And the likes of Adam Pompey back into the lineup. I'm pretty happy to see him back in the lineup. He's been playing some good football since the start of the season. Since last year, and when he came to the lineup, and he's done some great games, and unfortunately got injured a couple of weeks ago, last week. But good to see him back in the lineup, and I think he'll do a great job there in the centres. And yeah, it's actually good to have some players back this week because we need them back at the moment. The way we're going at the moment, the players we've got. Yeah. So, what is your score prediction for this game? How do you think the game's going to go? Do you think it'll be a very, very close game, or will it be a high scoring game? How do you think the whole game's going to go?
I expect this game to go one way. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. I think the Warriors are scoring a lot of tries lately, and the Cowboys, every game they've won this year, they've conceded about 20 points in that game. So I think this game will be very, very high scoring. I'm going to go the Cowboys by 8. I'm going to go 32 points to 24. I think it'll be a very high scoring game, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I think for the Warriors, I think if I get off to a good start, I think they could win. Like we saw the other week when the Warriors beat the Dragons. If the Warriors just complete their sets, they're a chance. It's simple as that. That they beat the Dragons, who were in great form as well, and no one saw that coming. This weekend, Warriors versus Cowboys. It's a very interesting game. The Cowboys obviously got the better form, but I think it'll be a very high scoring game. I'm going the Cowboys, 32 points to 24. Cowboys by 8. It should be a really good game.
Yeah, that's a very interesting and a pretty good prediction there. I'm gonna obviously back him in. I'm gonna back them in this week. I reckon we can get the win up there on the Central Coast on Sunday. I'll be live. I'll be doing a live reaction to the game actually. So live reaction on Sunday afternoon on the. If you guys want to tune in, join in the live reaction. Make sure because it's going to be an interesting one, no doubt. First live reaction in a while. I haven't done one since I had that break from YouTube. But yeah, we're doing a live reaction to that game. So also might be doing live as well. Might get someone on to do a review with me after game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to pick the Warriors. Actually, I'm going to pick the Warriors. I win, but I think it'll be very, very closest game. I'm going to say the Warriors to win by 26 points to 18, actually. 26 points to 18, I think. Warriors by 26 points to 18. Anytime try scorers, I'll probably go someone like Ken Mamalo. I think Ken Mamalo and someone like Adam Pompey will cross over, actually, for the Warriors. I'm not sure. Who do you think will dot down for the Cowboys? Who do you think will score the Cowboys?
I'm gonna back Tamalolo to score a try, and I'm also gonna back Kyle Felt to score a double. But I'm gonna give you a really big prediction right now. Jason Tamalolo will run over 300 meters against the Warriors.
Oh, yeah, he could do, Tamalolo. He could do that, but yeah, interesting. His score. Some people saying, I think Georges and Bastos says I think the Warriors should win this game 32-28.
Draymond.
Tim Gore forced to break his drought. Reckons forced to break his try out, which forced to is due for a big game actually. National Sports Loaded says best man of the match. So that's some comments by the viewers on the game. So yeah, so it's going to be an interesting game, and I'd like to thank you for coming on the channel. In last words.
Good luck to the Warriors. Obviously, I hope the Cowboys win. May the best team win. Should be a really good game, and as always, go the Cows.
Yeah, well said. Nick's team, the Cowboys. Hopefully, the Warriors get up for from what fan, of course, because I want to see the Warriors get up. And best of luck to Nick and his team, and hopefully it's a very good game on Sunday afternoon. So yeah, all I got to say is thanks again on the channel. If you haven't seen this channel before, there's a link in the description down below. I put a link to this channel, so go subscribe to his channel. Go click that subscribe button. Go subscribe to his channel, and also give his videos as well. They're great content, and yes, it's been a pleasure, Nick, on this channel tonight for the preview between the Warriors and the Cowboys. Also, don't forget, hit this subscribe button on this channel as well. The channel's at 406 subscribers, so let's get to 500 subscribers next couple of weeks. I know it's getting close to the end of the month now, so I know I haven't been uploading for a week. You know, I've been absent, but I'm back into it, and I'm looking forward to more content, and I'm trying to get a channel each week. So do this preview with Nick from Australia, and yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys for the tipping video tomorrow night. Thanks for watching. See you, everyone.
See you later.